The Dorado 25. With an overall length of 25 feet, a beam of 8 feet 2 inches, and max horsepower rating of 400.
Okay, now we're going to take a look at the Dorado 25. And you know, there's a lot of boats out there that are kind of iconic, and all you have to do is say their name, and instantly an angler knows exactly what that hull looks like. And Dorado actually is one of those names, but not with this new boat. This is actually a new design they just came out with.
It's a departure for them, and I like it a lot. They kept some of the stuff I like about Dorado. It is a fishing boat, okay? That's what it is, and that's what it's designed for. And the deck space in this boat is laid out so well. There's a lot to like about the new one.
The other thing I really like about the boat is a 25-foot center console. You're thinking bust the inlet. But, you know, let's say you're over on the West Coast and you want to go way into the Everglades, or you want to go deep into Florida Bay, or in Pensacola and you want to get way out in the bay. This boat has a porta bracket, so it gives you a lot more shallow water capability than a normal 25-foot center console with the motor bolted right to the transom.
Well, you mentioned the Dorado hull and how it's iconic. It's iconic for not being your standard deep V hull. Their hulls from the very get-go have been designed for that West Coast shallow water that the guys on the East Coast have just fallen in love with in the last several years.
Well, if you're looking for a center console that you want to take offshore, but you really don't want to lose a lot of that inshore capability, this boat, the way it's set up, might be a really good compromise.
If the target is getting the right casting deck, bingo, this is it, okay? You're down in the boat, but you're up high enough, casting net's no problem, casting to a cobia is no problem. But let me take you a step further. Here's what they did with the below deck storage. This one's fixed, this one you take out, okay? You lift out this whole storage. That means whatever kind of trip you're gonna fish tomorrow, you can set it up in this box, just drop it in the boat, you're ready to go.
Well, they've carried their combing bolster all the way around up here in the bow. So if you are up here, let's say you're gonna pull the anchor, you're gonna cast to a cobia, you've got something to lean against. I mean, there's, from standing out here with the boat moving, or if you can lock your leg against the side, man, what a difference. It just feels so much more secure to be able to lean against something a lot more solid, and you can concentrate on fishing and not have to worry about your stability. All right, you know how I look at a boat. I always look past the fit and finish. I wanna see how this boat is put together and how it's rigged. And when you look at access like this to systems, but when you look at the quality of the wiring, I love this. All of these boats are custom built, so you can really have this laid out however you want. But when you have this type of wiring, just looking at that tells me if that's the quality of the job they do in the wiring, that's the same quality they have in the rest of the boat.
Let me show you another great console idea, my boy. Come around here. Two things happen to your electronics, my boy. Sun and Boogeyman, okay? What they did, not only did they recess them, but they've got a plate that goes here, lock it down, nobody's getting to them, they're out of the sunlight. It doesn't mess up your screen.
I really like it. It's got everything you need. I love the idea of the electronics, just like you said. All your controls are here. It actually fits the boat a lot better. My first impression of it was that the console could have been a little bit fancier, but now that I look at it, it's perfect.
You can have your fancy. This is a fishing boat, okay? Get past what it looks like. When you're fishing, it's all about function. It's not about gorgeous anymore. The beauty of this boat, and to me she's gorgeous, the beauty of it is in its simplicity.
All right, as we move further aft, look at this cockpit. It is huge.
You know what I just figured out about Dorados since we came back here in the cockpit? Why they're so popular with guides. 4-person charter, you can take a 5-person charter on this boat. Yes, if you give up some of your rear seating, you give up some of your creature comforts, look how much room we've got. All right, not only that, your fish boxes below deck, they stretch all the way forward to the console. 60, 70-pound Wahoo, no problem, slide him right in.
Well, we talked earlier about liking the Livewell setup too. It's big, it's right in the center, it's at the transom where everybody can get to it. You're looking at that Livewell thinking, man, I can black that out with greenies, I can go offshore, I can live bait. I'm looking at that Livewell thinking, I can have 6 divers on board and we can put all of our lobster in there and keep them alive until we're ready to get back, because it's got plenty of room, plenty of good water flow.
Plenty of circulation, no question. I like everything the way it's set up. I am a bracket guy. You know, you see so many of the European transoms now, they're very popular, a lot of people love them. I like the brackets, they give you so much more usable space inside.
Well, this particular bracket's a little bit different too. It's a porta bracket. It works a lot like a jack plate, when you can raise that motor vertical and you can keep that thrust from the prop parallel with the surface of the water. You can get the boat a lot shallower and it's a lot more efficient. Well, if you want to give up a little bit of the bow seating, a little bit of the stern seating, a little bit of the family features, but you want a boat that you can combine offshore and inshore, they've done a great job with this Dorado 25. It is a boat that can bust the inlet or be very, very comfortable in the backcountry.